Waves lapping nearby might be your morning alarm. A balcony waits just outside, with hot coffee ready before you even ask. Someone else handles every detail so you do not have to move. Forget Hollywood, this happens each day on high-end ships. Most travelers picture noisy pools and long lines when they hear cruise. Yet another world floats apart from that version. Step inside how these voyages actually feel. The rooms that surprise, meals crafted like art, quiet perks few know about. Service bends around your habits. Ports unfold in ways that change how you see journeys. Curious? Just watching? Or mapping out something bold ahead? 10 minutes reveals what sailing luxuriously truly means. What makes a luxury cruise on water? Some ships act more like high-end hotels that move. These vessels care less about big crowds or loud shows. Instead, they make room for quiet corners, wide halls, and staff who notice what you need before you ask. Fewer people on board means meals take time, decks stay uncluttered, voices stay low. Craftsmanship matters. The wood, the fabric, how light falls at breakfast. Days unfold without rush, shaped by choice, not schedules. Service blends into moments so well, it seems to happen on its own. The ships themselves out at sea, luxury cruises hide their size well. Though big by any measure, these ships choose compact designs compared to the usual floating cities, slipping into hidden coves, ancient docks, and tiny coastal towns others must avoid. Step inside, you might mistake it for an elegant seaside and floors of cool stone. Wooden details shaped by hand, paintings worth noticing, rooms bright with sunlight through wide windows. Crowds never form here. Instead, calm corners wait around each turn, a seat above the waves, a sheltered spot with a view, space just for sitting quietly. Suites and accommodations, a suite greets you in every spot aboard these top-tier ships, most unfolding onto private decks that frame endless sea scenes. Think homey touches everywhere, closets big enough to wander into, mattresses dressed in sheets meant for royalty, baths laid out like lounges complete with deep soakers, plus lotions and potions tucked beside the sink. Living zones stretch apart from eating spaces here and there. Some rooms hold gear just for workouts. Others bring massage tables right inside. What matters? That stepping through the door feels less like checking in and more like coming back. Butler and concierge service. What stands out on luxury cruises is how much attention gets paid to personal details. A butler might knock on your door each morning, someone assigned just to you, ready to sort clothes from bags or set up dinner under the stars. Shore trips, massage slots, surprise celebrations, they get handled without fuss by people whose job it is to make things smooth. Because there are so many crew compared to guests, faces become familiar fast. You mention once that you take sugar and tea, sit near windows, drink red at 8, and suddenly, it happens exactly right every single time. Dining at sea. Meals on a luxury cruise feel more like an upscale restaurant than typical shipboard fare. Created by famous chefs, menus pull flavors from each port, using fresh, local produce along the way. Specialty restaurants come at no added cost. Everything's covered up front. Diners find themselves served 5 courses under soft lighting, matched with wines chosen carefully, sitting where they prefer, anytime. Some evenings might end in a quiet cabin dinner just for 2, arranged without fuss. Even midnight snacks arrive neatly plated, tasting far above what you'd expect from a galley. Beverage programs and wine culture. On most high-end cruises, fancy drinks come included. Think rich wines, premium liquors, artisan coffee, along with handcrafted cocktails served fresh daily. Certain vessels boast dedicated wine experts, private tasting areas, even deep-cellared collections stored below deck. These drink offerings aren't just poured, they're matched carefully to meals, shaping moments that taste deliberate, somehow more polished. Entertainment and enrichment, fine-tuned fun marks the mood aboard high-end cruises. Big song and dance numbers take a backseat to soft-lit stages where jazz hums through evenings. Classical strings drift across lounges, while storytellers from distant lands step into the spotlight. Minds stir when experts once stationed far away share tales shaped by oceans and history. A chef might demonstrate spice pairings one afternoon, then an artist guides hands through brushwork come dusk. These moments link place, thought, and feeling without flash or noise. Wellness and spa experiences on luxury ships, feeling good matters most. Spas stretch across big spaces, bringing healing ideas from places like India and coastal Europe. Instead of just machines, gyms blend modern tools with helpers who guide workouts, quiet rooms for stretching, even exercise spots under the sky. Some trips go deeper, weaving calm into daily life through mindful moments, food advice, rest routines that help you sleep better. Destinations and itineraries. Slowing down is key on these voyages. Time ashore stretches out, with extended hours or full nights spent in one place. Remote spots appear more than once on the route. Smaller crowds move together during outings arranged ahead of time. Access opens up to places others rarely see. Personalized moments come alive through guided visits led by locals. A musician might play just for guests. Markets unfold under a chef's eye. Hidden corners of ancient buildings reveal their secrets. Life on board, a typical day breakfast arrives slow, maybe with ocean air off the balcony. A massage waits later, or perhaps words from a speaker in a quiet room. Sunlight stretches across deck chairs while bottles pour samples nearby. Some wander cobblestone streets where maps lead them nowhere fast. Dinner plates shine under soft lights. Strings play somewhere outside. Nobody rushes here. Time bends around what you feel like doing. The hours float, shaped only by choice, a dress code and atmosphere. Evening wear leans toward polished looks, while days stay effortlessly neat. A quiet sense of courtesy shapes how people interact on board. Though some evenings call for sharper clothing, few require strict dress rules, and showing up is never forced. Comfort walks hand in hand with class, without tipping into stiffness. Travelers tend to bond easily, sparked by close quarters and calm moments. What stands out most is the ease of being around others who value thoughtful journeys. Technology and connectivity these days, big cruise vessels come packed with tech that makes life easier. A fast web connection sits alongside room settings managed by tablets. You can even get help through a screen instead of speaking face-to-face. Even so, being online doesn't mean you have to stay plugged into routine worries. The whole idea is stepping away from the usual rush, sinking into something different. Time slows down here, far from ringing phones and endless messages. The real price of luxury cruise travel. What you get on high-end voyages might surprise. These trips usually include your room, meals, drinks, tips, outings on land, plus entertainment, all under one cost. Stack that against booking a top-tier hotel, expensive restaurants, and guided experiences apart. Suddenly, the math shifts. People choose them not just for comfort, but because everything flows without hassle. Fewer decisions mean more ease, that quiet confidence. Part of what's covered, who luxury cruises are for a few folks lean toward luxury cruises when they care more about ease, local life, and tailored moments than packed shows. These trips pull in consultants, people done working, business owners, by now well-traveled minds, those picking depth instead of volume. Though linked to money, such voyages are slowly viewed less as showing off, more like choosing wisely where to go. Myths and misconceptions: some think fancy ships mean dull trips, stiff rules, or just retirees on board. Truth is, these voyages bring energy, fresh layouts, besides crowds of different ages. Calm rhythm shows up often, where comfort meets care. People after real moments without tension tend to land here. The emotional experience, what stays long after the trip ends, is how it made people feel. Care that feels natural, calm without trying, views that pull thoughts outward. These build quiet moments. Some notice they think clearer, others say colors seem brighter, some just breathe slower. Time moves differently when the horizon never stops changing. It's luxury cruise, life worth it. What matters most to you shapes whether luxury cruises feel worthwhile. Comfort might matter more than cost, when smooth days and quiet nights make the journey memorable. Personal touches can stand out, especially while discovering new places without stress. Refined moments often replace crowded tours, giving space to simply be. The trip becomes less about spending, more about how each detail fits your pace. Even brief escapes gain depth through care, not clutter. Final thoughts? Slowing down shapes every day on a luxury cruise. Arrival matters less than what unfolds between ports. This kind of trip shifts how you see exploration. Fewer checklists, more quiet awe under open skies. Moments stick around, the hush at twilight, laughter over shared meals, salt air on skin, feelings pile up without notice, staying put well past the final docking.